Build our center finder, and it's going to start by bringing a box over. We're going to click and we're going to make this 5 tab 2.75, so 2 3/4 inch. We'll move that towards the middle. So and then we want to make our thickness is 0.75. Alright, so there's our starting base. What we need to do is we need to put 2 holes in the diagonal of this. And so to do that, we're going to copy this. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to zoom out so I can see it. Oops. Let me copy that. And I'm going to make it a different color, so I'm going to make it green. And then what I want to do is I want to scale this down. So I'm going to hold down Shift and then click on the green part, and then I'm going to scale this whole thing down until I get to 4 and 2.2. So 4 and 2.2 are my sizes, and then I'm going to actually make this bigger. I'm going to make this a 1 so we can see it. So I wanted something along the diagonals, which means I need a similar figure, which is why I wanted to scale it. So now what we need to do is we need to put them in the middle of each other. So I'm going to drag a box around both of them, and I'm going to click the Align tool. I want them to be aligned in the middle there, and I want them to be aligned in the middle there. Now it doesn't look the same. It doesn't look in the middle. This looks smaller than that side, that red part. But if I click on my perspective view, then I can see it actually is in the middle. So what I want to do next is I want to put a cylinder in these 2 corners. So I want that to be along the diagonal. And so as I do this, I'm going to pull the cylinder across, click on the corners. I'm going to make it 0.25 by 0.25, and I want to go ahead and drag that so it's close to the corner. Now it's hard to get it exactly there. So what I can do is I can bring a ruler across, and then the ruler I want to drop in this corner. Oops. I want to drop it on that corner. So I'm going to bring in a ruler. You might have to change your snap settings. Turn it off. That's where I want it. So now what I can do is, you can see it's already pretty much there. I want it to be an 1/8 and an 1/8. So this is negative 0.125, and then this is negative 0.125. So we want it to, again, to be close to that. That's going to work. That gets us the idea of what we're doing. And then I want to make this taller and then bring it down into the red piece. So let me go back to home and take a look at that. Alright, so we have the 1. We need another one. So I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to paste, and it's going to go over to this corner here. So I'm going to do the same idea. I'm going to try to align it as best I can. Trying to get that center piece to be in the corner. For what we're doing, that's going to be good enough. And let me pan, and I want to actually turn off the green one. That was just to help me align this. So I'm going to click on the green one, and I'm going to click on the light bulb to hide it. So my next piece is to put those holes in there. So I'm going to select it all, and I'm going to combine, and now I put 2 holes along that diagonal so that I can use it as a center finder. Alright, I need one more in the middle, so I'm going to drag a hole across, and this is going to be a little smaller, so I'm going to 0.125 by 0.125 and hit enter. Oops. I can see what it's done is it's actually still dealing with that ruler, but I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to actually just get rid of this shape, bring another one across, and I'm going to do 0.125 and then 0.125, and then I want this to be aligned in the middle. So I'm going to click that one, and then that one. So I get them both. Click my align tool, and I want it to be centered and centered, and that looks good. I want to bring it down so that it goes all the way through. And I'm going to group those together. So select them all, click group, and we should have a hole in the middle. Perfect. It's lined up with the other ones. And then we're going to countersink this. So we want to basically have a space for a pencil to be able to drop in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a this type of shape over. That's kind of what our countersink bit looks like a little bit. I'm going to flip it 180 degrees. And I want to move it over. Let's see if we can align it with that. So we're going to select both of them. We're going to align. We want to align in the middle. And we want to align in the middle. Perfect. And now what we're going to do is we're going to bring it down. Oops, just this one. Pull down into it to make that kind of countersink operation. And we're going to combine. So I'm going to make it a hole. So I click the hole, and I'm going to combine these two with the grouping feature. And what you can see is we've made that countersink location. So what we'll do when we actually build it is we'll insert dowels in here. They will go through the bottom there. Oops. And there. So let's add those in. And we'll go from there. So this, I'm going to bring it across. This is going to be quarter by a quarter, 0.25 by 0.25. And I'm going to bring it over to where that hole is. And I want it to be a little bit proud as it comes down. There's that. And then I'm going to copy that, bring one to the other side, and try to align it. And there we go. And I'm going to click my home icon to see what I've got. Orbit around it, and there we go. We've made our center finder that we can use to quickly scribe out the center of a board.